From my heart to yours, namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Dennis. Today we're going to be exploring the foot, each one of them. We'll be doing some gentle massage and some basic walking techniques to help gently open the feet. As Leonardo da Vinci said, the foot is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art. With 26 bones, 33 joints, muscles and ligaments to stitch all that together, and at least 15 pressure points in traditional Chinese medicine reflexology, the foot is indeed a masterpiece of engineering. Now please take a moment to look at your own feet. Regardless of how you feel about how they look, appreciate the feet are indeed a work of art. Feel gratitude towards your feet that they have carried you thus far in your life. Look at the shape of them, the shape of the toes, how they move from the toes all the way to the heel. Look at the top and the bottom of the foot. Regardless of what your foot looks like, it is a work of art. I grew up in cowboy boots with narrow toes and high heels. Before I started practicing yoga, my feet looked more like hooves. When I opened up my feet through yoga over a long period of time with gentle work, I found I gained more stability and I gained more freedom from knee and back pain. The feet are our foundation for any movement we do in a erect on the earth. How our feet sit on the earth and how they align with the knees, the hips, all the way up through the whole structure of the body determines much of how we feel in every place above the feet. We're going to begin with some gentle massage on the base of the feet. So please take a comfortable seat. If you need to, sit up on a lift to keep out of lower back pain. Roll your sit bones to the very edge of that lift so they feel like they're rolling off. If you still have lower back pain, come up on a higher lift, scoot back and sit against the wall. Please, at any point in this practice, always practice ahimsa, especially to yourself. No self-harming. Never be tolerant of pain. If you move into pain, immediately find a way to get out of it as quickly as you can. So to begin with, take a position where you can have access to the bottom of the right foot. If you have pain in the bottom knee when sitting in a position like this, you can take a blanket, spread it out, then make a little roll in the middle of the blanket underneath where the knee is going to go. Extend the leg and position that little roll right underneath the knee so that you can't hyperextend. Now, once you've established access to the bottom of the right foot, begin by exploring the foot with your fingers and your eyes. Appreciate how the foot connects up through the ankle, into the knee, all the way into the thigh. Now let's begin by opening the toes. So I'm going to put my fingers between my toes. If that's too much for you, use pencils or any small cylindrical object that isn't too much for you. Again, never move into pain in this work. So I'm going to put the pointer finger between the big toe and the one next to it, middle finger between the next two toes, ring finger between the next two, then the little finger between the little toe and the one next to it. Sink your fingers, or whatever object you're doing, all the way down to the base of the toes, as long as that's not painful. If you're using pencils or other objects, just wiggle the toes back and forth. If you've got the fingers down to the base of the toes, grab the knuckles of the toes, wiggle the toes back and forth, make little circles one direction and the other. Close your eyes. Feel the movement of the bones beneath your fingers and your hands. Feel the space between the knuckles. Then release release the foot. Take the same hand as the foot, draw back the toes, make a fist with the opposite hand, place the knuckles between those knuckles at the base of the toes, between, then gently stroke all the way up to the arch, moving between the bones. Do that a few times, inviting the tissue to open, not demanding, not using a lot of force here, simply being awareness and a sense of a desire to open to the base of the foot. Then release the toes. Take one hand on the top of the foot, the other on the bottom, and massage. Again, use these hands to explore the foot. Feel the bones, the space between them, on the top and the bottom. Don't forget the heel. Feel the sides of the heel. Reach back, feel that Achilles tendon. And give a little attention to the Achilles tendon, stroking with two fingers, one on each side of the Achilles tendon from the heel up to a little bit above the ankle. Now we're going to do open each toe. So take the opposite hand of the foot, grab the base of that big toe. Take the thumb and pointer finger of the same hand as the foot, grab the bone above that, below the joint. Pull, make little tiny circles. Then move that bottom hand up and grab that bone beneath the joint in the toe. Other hand, grab above, pull, make little tiny circles. Move to the first toe. Again, grip the base of that toe right on the joint between the thumb and pointer finger. Take the same hand as the foot, grab the bone above, pull, make little circles. Move the bottom hand up, grab the joint, bone between the two joints. Take the same hand as the foot, grab the bone above, pull, little tiny circles, not big circles, never moving into pain. Move to the next toe. Grab the base of that toe, right on the joint. Grab the bone above, pull, make little circles. Move that bottom hand up, grabbing the bone between the two joints. Same hand as the foot, grab the bone above, pull, make little circles. Very little circles. Now I'm going to take that opposite hand, come down to the little toe side of the foot so I can grab the base of that fourth toe. Grab the bone above with the opposite hand, pull, and make little circles. Then move the bottom hand up to the bone above, between the two joints. Top hand grabs the bone above that middle joint and pulls. Finally, the little toe. Grab the bone at the base of the toe, right on the joint. Grab above, pull, make little circles. Move the bottom hand up, grab the bone between the two joints. Grab the bone above, pull, make little circles. When you're done with that, flex the foot, point the foot. See if you can roll all the way to flexation. Then bring the toes forward first and roll through the whole foot to point. Do that a couple times. And then finally, make planes with your hands. Take those hands to either side of the toes and expand the toes from side to side. So don't bring the big toe back and rest the toes forward. Instead, you're expanding the toes straight from side to side and release. Do that a few times. Beware the tendency to bring that big toe back. You want to open up to both sides, keeping the foot level on the top and the bottom. Finally, bring one hand to the top and the bottom of the foot, massage. And release that foot. And move to the second foot, the left foot. Again, this bottom leg doesn't need to be bent. It can be straight on a blanket with a roll, as I demonstrated on the other side. Get comfortable access to the bottom of the left foot. and begin by exploring the foot once again. Appreciate, no matter what your foot looks like, that your foot is a work of art and deserves your admiration and gratitude. Now we'll open up the toes. Again, using your fingers or pencils or any small cylindrical object, a size that is appropriate to you without ever moving into pain. Point your finger between the big toe and the one next to it. Ring finger between the next two. Middle finger between the next two. That is, ring finger between the next two. And little finger between the little toe and the one next to it. See if you can bring the fingers to the base of both toes. If you're using pencils or something else, spread the toes, just wiggle them back and forth. Otherwise, grab the base of the toes, wiggle back and forth, make little circles both directions. Close your eyes. Feel the movement of the bones beneath your hands. Feel the wonderful structure of this marble engineering. Then release the hand. Take the same hand as the foot, draw the toes back, make a fist with the other hand, place the knuckles between the knuckles at the base of the toes, and gently stroke all the way to the arch. Do that a few times. Again, don't use much force here. This is an invitation for the foot to open. Never demand, always softly invite. Never be in a hurry. Explore the heel. Find the Achilles tendon that goes to the heel up into those big muscles in the back of the shin. Place one finger on either side of the Achilles tendon and stroke from the heel up to a little bit above the ankle. Next, grab the base of the big toe with one hand. Grab that bone that goes up to the arch on the top and the bottom with the base of the thumb and the first two fingers. Use the other hand to grab the little toe and wiggle back and forth, wringing out that foot like a dish rag. Take the hands to the top of the bottom of the foot. Again, make a parallel plane on either side of the toes and expand the toes out to both sides. Again, toes are expanding from side to side, not like this. That will distort the bottom of the foot. You want to feel the bottom and the top of the foot stay level as you do that. Do that and release. And again, and release. And again, and release. Finally, bring the hands to the top of the bottom of the foot and massage. Now, come to the back of your sticky mat. Again, use a lift, if that's appropriate, to keep pain out of the lower back. Big toes touching, heels slightly separated. Let the feet draw the heels back until you feel the knees bend. Look at the relationship between your knee and the second toe. Keep letting the feet fall forward and back by pulling back the heel and flexing the knee. Look, the knee is traveling right over that line from the second toe to the arch. Bring your hands in back of you if that brings more support to the back. Now keep the big toes touching. Keep moving like this. You might even lean back a little bit so you can get a better view of exactly where that knee is tracking. A couple more times. And release. Reach out through the heels, keeping a micro bend in the knee. In fact, make fists with both hands. Place those underneath the knees. And then draw the toes back. Bring the knuckles forward and point. Draw the toes back first and flex. Toes come first to move to point. And flex. Point and flex the feet a few times. Once again, check that that foot is traveling in such a way so that line from the second toe to the ankle always stays right in alignment with the knee. Free the hands from underneath the knee. And flex. Pulling the heels back, bending the knees a lot, bring the toes toward you. And point, rolling through the full foot and extending. Do that a couple more times. Never bring the knee all the way to straight, always keep a slight flexation. And bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana, down angle pose. Touch the base of all the toes together, the heels together, and we'll take the toes back and bring them forward, touching each other. Now take the thumbs, bring them to the arch of the foot, wrap the fingers around the outside, and begin to open the foot. Maybe come up to the knuckles, the base of the toes, and open. The goal here is to eventually get the top of the big toe on the earth. You grab the toes, heel of the hand on the knuckle of the big toe, and open. And release. Come to the body up, right hand to the outside of knees. Come to one side. Work your way all the way up to standing. Take a look at those feet, line from the second toe to the ankle straight ahead. Bend the knees and straighten them a couple times. Make sure the knee is traveling right over that second toe. If it isn't, turn the feet out a little bit if you need to keep that alignment. All of us have different shaped pelvises. That means the alignment in the feet needs to be a little bit different. Come to stillness. Bring the weight to the left foot. Set the right foot forward, weight on the heel. Left knee softly back. Roll through the whole foot. Coming all the way up to the toes. Then roll all the way back down. Step back. Left foot forward. Weight on the heel, foot flex. Roll forward, come all the way up to the mounds of toes. To point, elevate, and then roll back down to the heel and step back. Do that 3 more times on each side. Focus on rolling through the whole foot. So the foot doesn't just come down like a slab. You roll smoothly through the whole foot. Come back to standing. Check the alignment of the feet. My tendency always is to turn that right foot out. So, stand facing the screen. Close your eyes. March the knees up and down. Look the alignment. Go. Look down at your feet. If one foot is turning out, flex that foot slightly. Touch the inner thigh on that foot. Rotate the inner thigh in to bring that foot in line. Then check if you need to push down more through the side of that foot to bring the pelvis in line. When one foot is turned out, it usually means more weight is on the other foot. You want to bring equal weight to both feet. Close your eyes. Find that place where there's equal weight on the inside, the outside, the front and back on each feet. When you've got that, look down to your feet, look up, gaze straight forward, heel to heel, toe to heel to heel, stepping forward on the heels, back on the toes. Do that several times. And now we'll walk. So come to one end of the mat, look straight forward, set the right foot forward, weight on the heel, bend the knee. Take the other knee is slightly bent, knee is in line with the second toe. Touch the inner thigh on that leg, fire that inner thigh to keep the toes forward, Gently roll through the foot. Fire the outer thigh to step the opposite foot forward, weight on the heel. Fire the inner thigh to roll through the foot. Use the outer thigh to bring the opposite foot forward. Begin to walk like that. Using the inner thigh to keep the toes in line, then the outer thigh to come forward. Begin to walk around the room. When you have the feeling for the alignment in the legs, bring the gaze straight up like you're looking over a distant mountain range. See if you can come up to a normal walking speed. Feel how to work on the inner thigh with the heel lead, and then the outer thigh lets you roll through the whole foot and keep the foot in a line. If you walk like this, not only will your feet be happy, but the knees will have less stress. My tendency is to always turn that right foot out. By working to get it more turned in, I bring more equal weight to my feet and take the stress out of the opposite knee. If you're in a place where it's safe to do so, see if you can close your eyes and walk a few steps. If you've got that, then open the eyes. See if you can come up to full speed like you're walking on a hiking trail. Feel how the use of the inner thighs and the outer thighs gives you more power, and that rolling through the foot creates more ease, I hope, in the foot and the knees. Again, if you feel knee pain, if you feel lower back pain, don't do this. When you're ready, walk on back to your sticky mat. Thank you very, very much for watching this video today. Remember, you have only today. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow doesn't exist yet. May you be happy in this day. Namaste. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Enjoy walking through the rest of your day.